My name is Anna Pasternak and I'm the director of the Australian Jewish News. I shouldn't have to make this video, but on Sunday, a massacre of Jews took place on Bondi Beach, a massacre that could and should have been prevented, but poor leadership has allowed Jew hatred to spread unchecked across Australia. Our tiny community, a community that comprises less than 0.5% of Australia's population, was barbarically attacked, and now 15 innocent people, including 10-year-old Matilda, are dead, and dozens have shocking, life-threatening injuries and may not survive. And here's the truth. This was all preventable. This is a man-made catastrophe. While our community is still reeling from the abominations committed on the 7th of October in our one tiny homeland of Israel, when war was declared on Israel by Hamas and its millions of supporters around the world, our government, the Albanese government, not only allowed Australians to vomit out vicious hatred towards Israel unrelentingly for 2 years on the ABC, on SBS, on numerous television stations, on university campuses, on the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. The list goes on, and we begged the government to stop this insanity. We begged for help, for protection, for decency. And what did we get? For 2 years, we were gaslit and attacked, vilified and isolated. A few half-hearted words from Canberra and zero action. And now the blood of dozens of innocent Australians is dripping off the hands of those who betrayed us. A community that has given everything we have to give to this incredible and blessed country. My very own grandfather, a refugee, was the inventor of Twisties, the iconic Australian snack food. Our community has always punched above its weight in giving to this country we call home. In medicine, in science, in philanthropy, in commerce, in education, in law. A peaceful and law-abiding community numbering barely 120,000 people. We gave Australia Sea Folly, Westfields, Olivia Newton-John, Sir John Monash, Sports Girl, the list goes on, and we stood with the Aboriginal community in its struggle for justice. We created medical treatments for AIDS and stood by our gay and lesbian friends in their struggle for equality. We have fought side by side with the Australian Army in war, and we have worked side by side with our fellow Australians in peace. We love Australia, but here's the question. Does Australia love us? We watched in horror as hundreds of thousands of Australians marched with signs supporting Globalise the Intifada and chanting Kill the Jews, all in the name of free speech. We watched as Clover Moore and Bob Carr marched across the Harbour Bridge with thousands of supporters of Hamas, people holding signs with images of the Ayatollah Khomeini and flags supporting Hamas and ISIS. How could this be allowed? How could this be celebrated? We begged the government to stop the tsunami of hate. We lobbied and rallied and begged our politicians to listen to us, to protect us. But our government, Penny Wong, Anthony Albanese, Clover Moore, Maureen Faruqi, and many others betrayed us again and again. And while our community mourned the horrendous loss of life in Israel, in a war that Israel neither started nor wanted, against the darkest and most sadistic forces in history, our government rewarded them with a declaration of Palestinian statehood, cementing forever in history their appeasement of terror and hate. And now this, that same hatred, that sick ideology, an ideology where a father and son conspire to commit a massacre on Bondi Beach. Rather than plan a picnic on Bondi Beach, they planned the slaughter of innocent Australian families. For God's sake, what world are we living in? Our fellow Australians, at this crucial moment in our history, we turn to you as a community and say, stop this now. This is a time for action, for Australians to stand up and say, not in my name, not on my watch. We will not tolerate the hatred and vilification of our Jewish community. We will not stand by and allow this racism and extremism to ruin our lives and our beautiful country. This is a fight we can and must win, but we must come together. We need moral clarity and resolve. This must never happen again. The world is watching. Let's show them what we are capable of doing when we come together, when we demand those in power do what is right and stand on the right side of history. We need change, and we need it now.